Hi here, Finn's here. I'm back for another video and I've just watched the last episode, well not the last, but the latest episode of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here 2020. And yes, it was a good episode, I have to say. And now the final four has now become the final three. And yes, tonight we saw Shane be eliminated from the camp. I thought he would go on to win. I thought he would be the king of the castle, but clearly not. I bet you the votes were quite tight. I think we've got Jordan Giovanni. Not I keep calling her Giovanni. It's because it's Strictly and two G's and Giovanna and Vernon. All of them and Shane could have well come winner of the show. So I bet you the votes were quite tight tonight. It was very open. I can't predict it. I thought it would be Vernon going home. But yeah, again, it was so open. It really was. This is quite one of our most open years, I would say, because they all have a chance to win. I'm sad Shane didn't make the final, but I'm glad he got to the semi-finals and did all that he could. And yeah, they're just campmates that had, were better, I guess. So, but yeah, but it's not. I think it's getting to the semi-final and doing the Cyclone, and it's an achievement in itself, But yeah, they brought the Cyclone to Wales. I always look forward to the Cyclone, Celebrity Cyclone every year. I'm glad they didn't. That was one of the things they didn't axe this year. I'm glad we kept that. I was very interested in how they were going to do it, but yeah, it was pretty identical to the Cyclone we had in Australia, except it was just at night. But yeah, and yeah, it was good. It was, they were very close of not winning it. It was down to the few seconds, really. At one point, I thought they weren't going to actually win anything. I don't think that's ever happened before, but no, they won it all. They won all 4 stars, and yeah, it's something always you look forward to, the Cyclone every year. So I'm glad they kept it this year. Yeah, and so who went out? The last time I did a review, Bev and Victoria got eliminated. So that feels such like a long time ago. It's only been a few days. Oh gosh, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It feels like a long time since they were in the camp for. Since then, the other people that went were Russell and Jessica. The day after. Russell, I wasn't too surprised he got eliminated, really. I think he got quite lucky. The furthest he got. I found him a bit forgettable, really. Yeah, his trial, it was funny to watch, but compared to the others, I kind of usually always forgot about him. And Jessica, on the other hand, Jessica was also good in trials and, good and, as well. She was a nice campmate, but yeah, again, I could live without seeing her again, really, in the camp. I mean, she's a great person, but yeah. And then after that, we had AJ and Mo leave the camp. Yeah, AJ, I don't know. AJ, I struggled to warm to him. I don't know if it's the whole OCD thing is kind of falling out with Shane. I kind of didn't connect him. I think as the last few days went on, I think he started to be a bit more nicer. He wasn't too OCD about everything. So I warmed to him a little bit more than I did like last week, which was good. But yeah. Yeah. And Mo, I like Mo. He's a funny guy. I just think that maybe there were just stronger personalities and stronger fan bases. Sometimes in some of the episodes, Mo kind of blended in the background. Sometimes he didn't. Sometimes he had funny things to say and funny stories to tell. But I think that was probably the right time for Mo to go. Yeah. In any case, we now have a final three consisting of Giovanna, Jordan, and Vernon. Who is going to win? Well, I thought Shane was going to be the king of the castle, and he's just got eliminated. So I almost sorry, I had to pick something up there. I almost got it right. Sorry, just the clock. I almost got it right. Who is going to be? Oh, it's just so open. I could see a scenario where Giovanna wins it because she might have a fan base voting for her. She has the podcast. A lot of people like her as well. I think she's a nice lady, nice girl, nice woman. So I could see a scenario where she wins, and she wouldn't be a bad winner. She reminds me of Scarlett Moffat vibes about her, really. She's sweet, Giovanna. She's got a heart. She looks after everyone, and she's a strong human being. But at the same time, we have had in recent years, ever since 2015. All the winners, apart from Harry Redknapp from 2018, have all been queens. So it would be nice to see another king win the show. So Jordan has gone on the cliche journey. He started out really badly, really poorly, and then really struggled at the trials at the start. And then we kind of knew him as time was going on, and as time was going on, he was getting better at the trials, and he was coming out of his shell, and he was getting confident, and he's quite a likeable guy. I think when he was first announced, he was part of the lineup. We all thought, oh gosh, there's enough radio on DJ, and it's just Adele Roberts. Why does I'm a Celebrity keep getting these names? It's just Radio 1. Really, do we need it? But then when we saw him in action, actually, he was a good choice. Actually, he's going to get his profile, of being, he's going to have, so much in the new year. I think he'll do more presenting stuff, maybe on TV. He'll definitely get a much, more opportunities will come his way. I bet you he'll do so much more in the new year, and he's going to be one of these names that, like Emily Atack, like Scarlett Moffat, will do well on the show, and then afterwards do really well after it. So yeah, he could win it. Vernon as well. He comes across likeable as well. He does it for his kids. I don't know. I think out of the three, he's the one that I least expect to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does win. He's funny, he's great, he's likable, he does the trials well. It's a tough one to call. I think Jordan's very similar to Jacqueline Josser last year, where she was really struggling at the trials at first, but then as time was going on, she was getting better and better while missing her family, while missing her kids, and she was getting better and better, and then she was a queen of the jungle. So I feel a similar story with Jordan. So you never know. I think it will be battle between Giovanna and Jordan. And maybe Vernon might be a dark horse, but I don't know. I think it's between Giovanna and Jordan, though. Those are my two front runners. I think Vernon might finish third, and then it will be the battle between the two of them, I feel. It's so tough nailing it down. I could see either one of them winning, really, tomorrow night. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I would say Who's gonna win it all? I think... I mean, Giovanna's got the fan base. I don't know if Jordan's got a big fan base, but yet Jordan's brings so much more than Giovanna. I think... Oh, we need another king, don't we? But yeah, Giovanna, I wouldn't be mad if she won Queen. I think Jordan's going to win it. I do. I think Giovanna's got a fan base, and I think she'll get votes tomorrow night. But I think Jordan's contributed a lot more than Giovanni to the series. And I think people... I mean, all three of them have warmed to the public. I mean, you know... Yeah, but I'm going to say the king of the castle now is going to be Jordan. Yeah. I really need to see what the bookies' favourites is at the moment, really. I wonder who's at the top there. But you know what, I can make a case out any of those three, really. You know what this series? I wouldn't be mad if any one of those three won, really, because they really aren't deserving winners, you know. They've done what they can, and they've done great in the show. So yeah. This series, though, it's been good. Okay, I cannot lie. Compared to other series, it's been a good series. But compared to other series, this has been, shall I say, a bit of a weak year. And I mean, I've watched I'm a Celeb for so many years now, but I just compare it to every other series, you know? I don't know. I think, you know, it's great they're all getting along, or did all get along, but I feel there hasn't been that much to talk about in this series. That is the problem when they all get along. It nicely gets boring after a while. And yeah, it's nice at the camp, but as a viewer, it does get a bit boring after a while when they all get along, and the stakes are not that very high. Yeah. I mean, campmates have been good, but there have been campmates that, you know, also haven't really... I can't remember doing that much in the show. So yeah, I think next year the casting director who makes these lineups really needs to think about who they put in the camp for next year's show. We need more controversial characters. We need more deluded people. That's what I missed from this series. More people that will start arguments, more people that will start romances, people that like create drama, people who don't win stars in trials. You know, that's what we need. And I think that's what been lacking from the series. Anyway, I'll do another video after this, after who wins, in more detail. But in any case, who do you want to win I'm a Celeb 2020? Comment down below in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I will be back for more content very soon. And after the whole series ends tomorrow night, I'll probably talk about more of my overall review of the series of I'm a Celeb 2020. So until then, have a great day, people. Goodbye, people. Goodbye.